Hi everybody, thanks for taking the time to stop in and check out this video. One thing we're going to talk about today is a question that we get from time to time. We don't get it, we're not asked it every week, every month, but we do get hit with this question from time to time, is that as a realtor, how much are we paid to show homes? I remember a few years ago, we had this sticks out in my mind, but I remember a few years ago, we talked to a lady and she wanted us to show her a home. And I think it was in Eau Claire, somewhere in Eau Claire, Chippewa Falls area. And it was on a weekend. And when we meet somebody new for the first time, one of the very first questions we'll have for them is we'll ask them if they're currently working with a realtor. Are they working with any other realtor? Because we don't want to be going out there and stepping on any other realtor's toes, and there's a number of different reasons why. But this lady was working with a realtor, and she goes, "Yeah, I'm working with a realtor, but," and now I don't remember if the realtor was a guy or a man or a woman, but he said that he or she is gone for the weekend. So they said, "Just get some realtor to show you the house." And I go, "Well, we're not going to do that." She goes, "Well, why wouldn't you do that?" And I said, "Because you have a realtor." She goes, "Well, you're paid to show houses. Why don't you just go show me the house, and on Monday, I'll call my realtor, and if I like it, I'll write an offer with my realtor, again." And it's like, no, we're not paid to show houses. We're paid to help people buy homes or help people sell homes. But, are we paid to show houses? Not necessarily. Now, are there realtors out there that are paid to show houses? Maybe. None that I know of. There probably are companies somewhere where the realtors are employees and they're paid an hourly or a weekly or a monthly salary or whatever, which includes showing homes. Maybe. Like I said, I don't know anybody that are. Around here, I think pretty much all, maybe even 100%. I'm not sure if it's 100% or not, but are subcontractors. I'm going to tell you a horror story. We had a buyer one time, I don't remember when it was, 6 or 7 years ago. We showed him 75 homes, roughly 75 homes. And some homes we showed him more than once. And he never used us. He never bought a thing. We showed this guy roughly 75 properties and never helped him buy a house. Not complaining. We love what we do, but that just kind of shows you. And we're going to do a breakdown here just to kind of give you an idea. So what we're going to do is, if you take a look at our sheet here, what we've done a little bit of a graph here, and you can see under the heading, work being done, and in the second column, time involved. So in this, for an example, we're using as an example that we're showing somebody a house that's roughly 25, 30 miles away. So you can see somebody called research property. So let's say somebody calls us up and says, "Hey, I'd like to see a house tomorrow." First thing we're going to do is we're going to do some research on the property. We're going to check out how many bedrooms, how many baths it is, make sure that it sounds like it's going to work for this person. We're going to take a look at what's called the condition report. Condition report is a whole bunch of questions filled out by the sellers. We're going to take a look into it and see if the condition report has anything on it that's really, really bad or really, really scary. We're going to see if it's been pre-inspected. We're going to check it out and see if if it has a well and a septic system. We're going to see if there's any information out there that tells us whether the well and the septic system are old or new, good shape, bad shape. So we want to protect. We always tell people the two most important parts of our job are to protect our people and to educate them. And so what we do is we start out by doing some research first, trying to make sure that we're protecting them the best we can. So let's say that we did a half hour of work. Drive to the showing, half hour. If it's 25, 30 miles away, it probably takes a half hour to get there. To do the showing, we've had showings go as quickly as probably a minute, and we've had showings go for an hour and a half. But the average is probably about a half hour. So do the showing we got here, as you can see, about a half hour. Now drive home from the showing, if it took a half hour to get there, it's probably going to take a half hour to get back. So the time involved to do one showing, and I'd say this number is probably fairly conservative, as you can see here, is 2 hours. Now, if we're out and about and somebody says, "Hey, I'd like to see 2 houses," let's say that this showing is in Chippewa Falls. That's about a half hour from here. They want to see showings. Obviously, there's going to be more time involved. The cost to do it isn't necessarily going to be a big difference, but so what I did is we did some research, and we took it. You can take a look here. We went into Google Gemini. I'm assuming that's fairly accurate. Took a look at the average hourly wage in Barron County. And right now, the average hourly wage in Barron County is $20.33. We did the same thing for Eau Claire County. $28.17 is the average hourly wage in Eau Claire County. So let's just, for this example, just split it in half and let's just use $24 an hour. So if we're being paid, if we were getting paid to go show you this house, let's say we were going to go show or help you look at one house in Chippewa Falls. If it's 2 hours at $24 an hour, it's $48. Fuel, if we go 60 miles, 30 miles there, 30 miles back, our truck gets about 18 miles a gallon. So you can see we used 3.33 gallons of gas. Right now, gas is about, I actually just paid $2.60 a gallon here a little bit ago, but for this example, we used $2.40 a gallon. That comes to $7.92. So you can see here, the cost to show one house, if we take our 2 hours plus our fuel, is just under $56. Now that doesn't include expenses like, wear and tear to our vehicle, equipment that we use. Obviously we've got computers and printers and paper and insurance on our vehicles and blah, blah, blah. So strictly at a minimum, it's $56. Now, how much do we receive for showing that house? Like we said a minute ago, $0. Now, if a person wants to buy that house, or we help them purchase a home, one they saw the day before, or one they see the next day or whatever, are we going to get paid to help them? Yes, we are. But if somebody calls us up and just say, hey, Scott and Gretchen, I just want you to show me a house or two just because I'm bored and I'm looking for something to do. I know you're going to get paid to show it, so why don't you come and show me this house? We don't get a penny. Now, we're not complaining, but what I'm trying to do is educate people so that they know. So again, like I said, it's not a complaint. We're really, really fortunate we do what we do. We love being realtors. We love what we do. But again, someday if you're sitting back and you're thinking, I wonder how much realtors get paid if I just go look at a house. I think we've answered that question. So, so now if we can help with anything, whether you're looking to buy a house, sell a house, or combination of the two, please let us know. We'd love to help you out. I'm easy to get a hold of. Feel free and give me a call or shoot me a text at 715-296-7557, or check out our new website, teamcunninghamwi.com. Gretchen put together a new website. I think it's fantastic. Please give this video a thumbs up, like it, share it. We really, really would appreciate that. If you look below the screen here, you can see there's a button that says subscribe. If you click on that, you now become a member of our YouTube channel. If you click on the bell, you'll be notified anytime we do a new video. So if you would do all that, we'd appreciate it. The more those things are done, the more it goes out to people, the more people that we can help, which in turn obviously helps us. So we appreciate you taking the time to watch us. Hope you're having a great day. Thanks again. Bye now.